Welcome po sa ating cash and cash equivalent problem solving. So, ang mechanics po ng at video na ito is i-flash ko po ang problems or questions, practice questions sa screen mo kagaya nito. Then, ipo-pause mo yung video, then you solve the problem. Pag na-solve mo na yung problem, tsaka mo siya i-replay ulit. So, sa solution, isusulat ko po dito lahat ng mga concept na gagamitin natin sa pag-analyze ng problem na ito. Okay? Kagaya nito. Until the date of the check. Ang entry ng company kapag na-receive niya ang cheque, whether this is post-dated or not, or kung ready ka nang mag-solve ng problem ng cash and cash equivalent, then halika, samahan mo ako sa pag-analyze ng cash and cash equivalent. Problem number 1 tayo. So, every time na magsosolve tayo ng problem, ang una natin gagawin is to read the requirements of the problem. Anong hinahanap ng problem mo? Anong nire-require niya na isolve mo dito sa problem? So, question number 1, the requirement is, what amount should be reported as cash and cash equivalent on Ariel's balance sheet? So, itong cash and cash equivalent, i-combine natin siya. Yan ang hinahanap ng problem. Alright? So, the following are held by Ariel's company. First item is the cash in checking account. Siyempre, kasama yan sa ating cash. Okay? So, 50,000 po yan na cash in checking account. Item number 2. Item number 2 is cash in bond sinking fund. So, ano ba itong cash in bond sinking fund? Ito po yung mga sinesegregate na amount intended for payment of our liabilities. Okay? So, itong liabilities, meron tayong portion na current liability, meron tayong portion na long-term liability. So, current and long-term. Kung ang sinabi ng problem ay this cash in bond sinking fund is intended for the current liability, then we will classify that cash in bond sinking fund as cash. Okay? But if the problem is silent, then we assumed the cash in bond sinking fund is intended for the long-term liability. So, kapag intended ito sa long-term liability, and long-term liability is a non-current liability, therefore, this item number 2, cash in bond sinking funds, should be classified as non-current assets. Alright? Nagpaparallel yan doon sa liability. Hindi siya kasama sa ating cash. Alright? Item number 3, post-dated checks from customer dated 1 month from balance sheet date. So, ano ba itong post-dated check? So, naka-receive ang company as payment ng mga customers sa kanya, pero post-dated checks. So, kapag post-dated checks, hindi mo pa siya mai-encash until the date of the check. Kung post-dated check ito 1 month from our balance sheet date, hindi natin pwede siyang i-encash. So, therefore, hindi natin siya dapat i-include sa ating cash. Alright? So, this post-dated checks receive. So, every time the company collects, whether this is a post-dated check or hindi siya post-dated checks, ang entry ng company kapag na-receive niya ang cheque, whether this is post-dated or not, ang journal entry ng company is debit to cash and credit to accounts receivable. So, yan ang entry ng company kapag na-receive niya ang post-dated check. Okay? As of December 31st, nung nag-prepare na ang accountant ng financial statement ng company, itong cash na ito dapat hindi siya included sa ating cash amount. Alright? So, anong gagawin ng company? The company will revert it back to the accounts receivable to show the right amount of your accounts receivable at right amount ng ating cash. So, ang gagawin ng company, i-revert back niya sa accounts receivable at aalisin niya ito sa ating cash. Because as of December 31st, hindi pa natin mai-encash yan. Kailan natin siya mai-encash? Pagdating natin sa date ng cheque onwards. Alright? So as of December 31st, our journal entry or adjusting journal entry is debit to accounts receivable and credit to cash. Alright? So itong item number 3 na post-dated check, hindi siya dapat kasama sa ating cash and cash equivalent. Alright? Item number 4. Item number 4 is a petty cash fund amounting to 500. Siyempre kasama yan. Yan ay isa sa mga funds na ginagamit ng company for their current operations. Alright? Petty cash fund is intended for those small expenses. So yan, kasama yan sa ating solution. Item number 5 is a commercial paper. Alright? Matures in 2.5 months. Alright? This is considered as a cash equivalent. So, to be considered as a cash equivalent, kailangan nagpo-fall siya sa 3-month rule from the purchase date up to the maturity date. Since our commercial paper matures in 2.5 months, pasok siya sa ating 3-month rule. Alright? So, ito kasama siya, which is considered as cash equivalent. Cash equivalent of 7,000. Alright? Item number 6, certificate of deposits matures in 8 months. Alright, ito namang certificate of deposit, this is another instrument, but we cannot consider this as a cash equivalent kasi hindi siya pasok sa 3-month rule natin. So, kung hindi siya maka-classify as a cash equivalent, saan natin siya dapat ika-classify? Matures in 3 months and below, then we consider that as a cash equivalent. Kapag above 3 months or more than 3 months up to 1 year, we classify that instrument as a short-term investment, or also we call it temporary investment. Alright? Then, kapag ang instrument ay more than 1 year, we classify that as a long-term investment. So, lahat po yun, ito lang ang pwede nating i-consider sa cash and cash equivalent natin. And our answer is letter A. Alright, question number 2. So, requirement ng question number 2 is, what amount should be classified as cash on Aaron's balance sheet at December 31st, year 1? Okay, so ang hinahanap dito ay yung cash. Now, Aaron Company has a checking account at Metrobank and another account at Harris Bank. It's a different bank. On December 31st, year 1, the bank reconciliations for Aaron are as follows. So, Metrobank has a positive balance of 255,000 while yung balance niya kay Harris Bank ay negative balance, okay? This problem is about bank overdraft. So, ano bang concept natin sa bank overdraft? Sa bank overdraft, kapag same bank siya, pwede mo siyang i-offset. Same bank, but different account. Alright? Pwede mo siyang i-offset yung negative balance mo doon sa positive balance mo sa the same na bangko na yon. While different bank, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-offset, kagaya ng ating problem. We cannot offset unless the amount is immaterial. So, kailangan sasabihin ng problem mo na ang amount na yon ay immaterial. Otherwise, hindi natin siya pwedeng i-offset. So, on this problem, Metrobank and Harris Banks are different bank. So, ang answer natin dito ay 255,000. So, yung kay Metrobank. So, yung kay Metrobank lang ang pwede nating i-classify as a cash. So, our answer is letter B. So, saan natin i-classify yung 5,000 na balance natin sa Harris Bank? That is classified as a current liability. Alright?